Hi there, my name is Darren Stevenson. I want to start a series on YouTube where I talk about what deck I played at each weekend where I'm going for the World's Race. Probably something I should have done last year when I actually did the World's Race, but never mind it, I'll just do it now. Let's start with week 1 where I went to the German Open and I can't pronounce it. Dreiech. Right, the German Open. We'll just call it that. Yeah, right, everyone. Yes, I decided to show off my deck profile that I played at the German Open. Also, leave a description down below of the CCG deck profile with Tom Viergutz and Lorenzo Roma, so you can get their thoughts on the deck. But I decided just to make my own video so I can put my own thoughts on the deck as well. I played Goki. Woo! The reason I played Goki is because it's just the deck that can do the most. It's just ridiculous. It doesn't really lose to a single hand trap, especially if you go all in like this build does. I didn't really want to play something like Sky Striker that I've been playing all week and like not draw my engages. I just didn't feel like Sky Striker has enough engine cards, and for an event that's 9 rounds, I don't think he can really afford to play something that unreliable. Granted, Goki can be really unreliable at times, but I feel like it's more reliable in later rounds because of how ridiculous it can be. And sometimes it can just be completely ignorant of how many hand traps that they have. For the Gokis I played 3 Super X, that's pretty standard. 3 Twist Cobra, so I played 3 of this because it's like the best under cherries and other hand traps because you can use it to like apply pressure and just go for game. 2 Octa Stretch, so it's not a garnet. Sometimes it comes up often to summon it back to back off his all day. I played 2 Headbat. I probably shouldn't have played 2 Headbat as my CCG teammates only played the 1. I didn't learn the combo that you need to know when you hard draw this, and I couldn't be bothered. So I just played the second one because I couldn't be bothered to learn it, and like I drew it multiple times and I was just like, yes, thank God I played the second, I cannot be bothered. One of this, just for names. I was tempted not to play a Bear Hug, but again, like in so many rounds, it can just come up that you need the extra name. And again, I couldn't be bothered for that to come up, so I just played it. It's a Cookies, 1 Ibly, so you can do your Nightmare stuff. Extenders, I played Terratop Boy, because like he's just dumb. If you draw him, he's like a 1-card combo. And even playing Tecatonbog's not that bad because he's a win, so you can just special him whenever you have Instant Fusion. If you mid-combo and you draw him, you can just use him as an extender if you have Goblin. And the other extenders, Junk Forward, because it's a pretty standard one that you can just special like first. And then the kinky one, I got 3 Gillosaurus. So he's insane. Kind of works like World Legacy Succession. If you get hand trapped, he's just a free push, so it's as if I didn't get hand trapped. But he's also a starter card because he's a level 3 and he just complements any of the other level 3 extenders, as well as just Twist Cobra as well. Like if you have Isolde and then it gets like Ash or something, you can just special him and then you can just keep going. And then I also played 2 Godala. These are Gamasus because I borrowed the Godalas. This is really good because like it's a win, so it complements Tecatonbog if need be. People are still playing Dolphin. It also helps more 40Ks if you draw 2 of them because it's 2/7. And it's nuts against Sky Striker because you give them a Kaiju, then they need to have a hand trap, and they need to have more than one to be sufficient against like your 5-card hand. Yeah, that was the monsters. Played 1 Rotor, basically just a 4th Super X, a 4th Junk Forward. Sometimes you need a Goki in your hand. This is helpful as an extra Goki. People aren't really playing Droll anymore, so it's not as scary to play it. 3 Instant Fusion is the most generic one, like Gillosaurus, that you can activate at the start and mid and end combo. It's really good. 3 Fossil Digs because I love Gillosaurus that much. I wanted to play 6. It's just dumb. Droll isn't that scary. It did get drolled, which is really annoying. I don't think people should be playing Droll. It got drolled once, but I still won, so it was fine. I think Gillosaurus is that nuts. I just want to play as many as I can of him, and plus drawing it in multiples isn't bad because drawing it in multiples is full combo. Played 1 rematch, so I decided to switch from 2 to 1. So people were playing 2 initially because sometimes you can get into grinds. Ghost Spell as well. It was getting Ghost Spelled when people were playing that at 3 in like Trickstar Sky Striker lists. But since nobody's playing Bell anymore, I decided just to cut it to 1 because like hard drawing this can be really awkward. I didn't expect many Trickstars either when they can trick reincarnation this away. So I just decided to play the 1. And it came up sometimes that like having a second would have made my life a bit easier, but I still like won. So I don't think the second is completely necessary. A bomb soul charge because this is just ridiculous. The equipped spells, I played the Phoenix, which is like, please ban Konami, too good. Deck's dead. And then Living Fossil. You can probably get away with Alpha Dodo to just pop backer and stuff, as it was full of Sky Strikers. But like, I'd rather just the extender, just in case. And then the MVP of the event was Midbreaker. This card's nuts. Activate that against Sky Striker, you probably won. Shuts so much offline, like the impermanences, the Widow Anchors. So many people, when I activated this, they read it twice, and I'm just like, yeah, it's over. You just OTK them with this. It gets a little bit awkward to OTK them, because you can't like Unicorn or Cerberus any of their stuff, or target any of their stuff with Firewall. You've got so much advantage. You can do pretty much anything in the game with Goki a lot of the time, so you can work out OTK through this anyway. And sometimes you can even like pop the back row, then pop this, and then just like do the Trigate double damage over one of their cards. And then free twin as well, just because I couldn't be bothered with any floodgates or back row or anything like that, because Ravelry's a bit of a bitch. The extra deck. So I played the one Invoker. It's arguments for two, to be honest. But it never really came up at that weekend, so I just played the one Invoker just as a combo starter. The level 3 from Instant Fusion, it's a wind, level 3 warrior, still can't learn Stagaton Borg. 2 Isolde, please ban, pretty ridiculous. Link Karibo to end the combo and to Gumblar. Underclock can like as a ladder for the combo to help OTKs. And when you're into cherries, Nightmares, Mermaid, 1 Phoenix, 1 Cerberus, 2 Goblin, 1 Unicorn. And Trigate for the negate, Firewall because it's one of the most broken cards ever, and Gumblar when I decided to Gumblar people. So if they were playing like a trap deck, then you would just obviously Gumblar them. And if they hand trapped you as well, and you can still do full combo, you can Gumblar them because like they've already discarded a card out of their hand. Then you just take another 4, and then they've only got 1 card in their hand, so you just negate that with Trigate. So you just won if you can play for a 1 hand trap. And then speaking of hand traps, here comes the side deck. 3 Ogres, I think that was one of the most powerful ones against Sky Striker and Goki. This, you can hold this for the Firewall and use it on the multi-roll, and if you use it on multi-roll, it's pretty much lost. Cherries, this probably should have been Gamma, but whatever. Roma played Gamma. I think he's definitely right. Gamma's, like, insane. You have to pass a lot to Gamma a lot of the time. But, like, this is more or less good enough, but I should have played Gamma, to be honest. Spells. Free Call by the Grave. For when I started, I just took out the twins and then just replaced them with Call by the Grave so I can just do combo. And then the other hand traps and permanents. This is pretty okay. I don't know why it's so expensive. It's like ridiculously fine. Like it really shouldn't be as much as it is, but it's just like more hand traps. It actually can make Goki pass a lot of the time because sometimes Gillosaurus can't play for this, but a lot of time it just does nothing. But you just need more hand traps to stop Goki from being ridiculous. And also kind of outs floodgates, I guess. And then the most retarded one, Red Reboot. So this is just good against all the Dracos and the Altergeist decks, and you just activate this and you've just won. It literally says in the card text, if you're playing a stupid deck, you win the game. There you go. And that was Goki. If you think there's any changes I can make, be sure to put it in the comment section below. And if you like the profile, please give it a like, share and subscribe. Cheers!